Hello. I needed more content, so we're doing a tier list. But now we're doing a Minecraft tier list because apparently I'm a Minecraft YouTuber now. So this is a mob tier list. I have not played Minecraft regularly unmodded since like 6 years ago, maybe? I don't know. So I don't know the mobs very well. So we'll start with, I think this is the axolotl, which I haven't seen yet. He's a friend. I'm going to put him in B tier. All baby zombies are... I'd delete this thing if I could. I hate them. Every baby variant. They're too fast and they're too small and I don't like them and they're irritating and they break all of the farming builds. Bees are great. Yes. Perfect mob. Yes, please. I hate that it says yes, but I just go to perfect. Let's just change that to perfect mob. Can we? Yes, perfect mob. Delete. There, I fixed it. It's less cringy now. Right, bat. I like bats, so bat can go in A. I just like them. Blaze is fine. Solid C tier. I wish they looked a bit cooler. Horses are cool because they're useful, so I'd say a B tier. Yeah, B tier. Rabbits are cool. I like rabbits. They're solid friend tier. They can go in the friend tier. Are these poison spiders? Yeah, poison spiders. Yeah, delete them. I hate them. They're irritating. No one has ever said, gosh, I wish there were more poisonous spiders. I've ruined it. There we go. Right, chicken. Chicken is perfect mob. I love chickens. I always find them. I call them Cedric. Salmon is kind of boring. I say D tier. It's cool that they're there, but they don't need to be. Cow. Cow is great. Cow is perfect mob. I really like alpacas. They can go in A tier. Creepers, I mean, like, they're really cool and they're really synonymous with Minecraft and I understand their existence and I like their aesthetic, but I hate playing with them, so I'll put them in an A tier. It would be a perfect mob in terms of, you know, originality and stuff. Parrots are cool. I wish they didn't die so much. If there was a way to like attach tameable creatures to your player so that they didn't die, or you could res them, then that would be great. But baby villagers, zombie needs to be deleted out of the game. Regular village zombies, I really like the mechanic. They're a pain in the ass to do, so I'll put B, but I think they're cool. And they make a lot of challenge runs that people do really, like, viable. And I think that's cool, because a lot of series wouldn't be as interesting without them. Dolphins are okay, but they die so damn easily. So, like, they can be they're a friend. They're ambient. I don't really think of them as useful. This is a donkey. Donkeys are fine. They're like right there with horses. Drowned are cool, but they always kill me. But I like the kind of world building aspect they add. So I'll probably put them around about like somehow both friend tier and also will murder you tier. The squishy sea thing that are in ocean monuments. I don't think I've ever found one or looked for one particularly hard. I like the concept of mining fatigue. I think it's cool, but it's also a really irritating mechanic. So they can go here in C tier because I feel like ocean monuments could be cooler. I feel like there could be more to them. They could kind of make it more of a thing. But the Ender Dragon is a perfect mob because it was the first boss fight they added into Minecraft, and it was the first thing to kind of end the game and give Minecraft an endpoint, which has completely elevated Minecraft as a game. The ability now people can speed run it, the fact that you can now do challenges to like get to the end and complete the game for like kind of challenges, I just think is really great. That's a thing. So that's my reasoning behind it. But Endermen are cool. They're based on Slenderman. I think it's one of the last kind of like enemy-based mobs that Notch created. We don't talk about Notch anymore because he has some opinions that he shared on the internet. So I'm not entirely sure. Like, I think Endermen are cool. And again, like, they're quite synonymous with Minecraft now. I think I'd put them in a B tier. They were a really cool addition when they were added, but I just don't think that interesting. Endermites, like, they barely ever spawn. They're kind of irritating when they do. I don't want to remove them from the game, but they're like hyper specific and they're not aimed at me really. I don't use them. That's the Invoker, I think, or the Evoker. I haven't done a lot of raids, so I don't know how irritating they are, but pillagers in general. Pillagers as a concept, very cool. I feel like raids could be more interesting. You can tell that I'm just like, oh, everything new sucks. That's not what I'm going for here. I'm trying to go with things that I feel like elevate how I like to play Minecraft. Foxes are really cool. You can't tame them, but they're I don't want to give it an A tier. I'll give it a B tier because it's a solid friend, and they're just kind of there. And I'm biased because like I really like bats. That's the only reason bats are in A tier. They shouldn't be in A tier, but I really like bats. Ghasts are. They're just kind of weird. Like, I don't think I've like think of every Minecraft video you've ever watched. Think of every Minecraft video, every challenge video you've watched, every speedrun. When does anyone even take a second to mention ghasts except for it, like, oh, I needed to make a potion, so I had to go and get a ghast here, and it was a pain in the ass. Like, ghasts are kind of like, they're there, but like, they might as well not be. Like, I was terrified of these when the Nether first came out, when I was like, I don't know, 16 or however old I was. I was probably like 16 or 15, which is gross because I'm 27. Ghasts, I think they're about as useful as salmon. I don't even know if that is a salmon. I don't know what kind of fish that is. Just fish. Glow squids, I don't get squids full stop. Like, they just appear and die. They don't really need to be here. D. I don't really know what you do with glow squids. I'm not up to date. Goats are the coolest thing they've added recently. Like, high A tier. Goats are really cool. You can get goat milk. You can do that, and I love that. I love goats. Goats are great. The little fishy boy that shoots lasers. I actually think I'd rather put them one up because I like that their mechanic for damage is slightly more interesting. Hoglins, because they're pigs, but they're not, right? Like, yeah, piglin, like hoglins, yeah, they're cool. I don't see a lot of them. They made the Nether more interesting. Like, the Nether is a more interesting place because of them. I think because of that, I kind of have to give it like a B tier, because I think it's better than the Blaze. I think the Blaze and the Ghast kind of show their age with the design. Zombie husks are cool. Are they called husks? I think they're called husks. They're cool mechanically. I never knew about them because they were adding an update I didn't play, and then came back and they were just around, and I was like, oh, this is terrible. I do not know what to do now. So mechanically cool, because it's cool the fact that zombies adapt to the, like, and just the different textures making the world feel a bit more, you know, big and interactive, I think is cool. So I think it's got to be, yeah, I think B tier just because I like things that innovate on the game. Iron golems were such a cool idea, like A tier. If I didn't feel bad about using them for iron farms, I'd put them as a perfect mob. But I feel guilty making iron farms and can't make the use out of it. So if we take that into account, everyone that kills iron golems is a monster, and I refuse to do that because I am a good boy. I'm on Santa's nice list, and I will not commit genocide again. Pandas are great. Pandas are a perfect mob. Magma cubes are cool. I like the fact that, like, frogs aren't on this list because I did this list was made before frogs were introduced. But I like the fact that frogs can eat them and you can get frog lights now. I think that's a cool idea. There wasn't a lot of use for them, but again, I like them because they're a variant of an existing mob. So again, I'm going to give it a B, just because it makes things cooler. Ocelots I genuinely forgot were in the game, because when they were first introduced, that was the only way to get a cat, is you tamed an ocelot and it became a cat, and now cats and ocelots are separate mobs. So I don't think I've seen an ocelot in ages. But again, they add like a layer of depth to like jungles and different areas. But I just, like, because all they do is run away, and there's not a lot you can do with them in terms of functionality. Like, a lot of these guys actually do stuff, like, or at least kind of add to the atmosphere, whereas I feel like ocelots, you see them and they just sprint away. They don't really add a huge amount, so I would say it's a C tier, which is sad because I like them. Phantoms, I think, are cool on the basis of the fact that you can the kind of lore implications of them and the elytra and stuff. I think it would be cooler if you could craft elytra. Like, once you find an elytra, you can craft an elytra kind of thing. I don't know how you do it, but like, I feel like they'd be more interesting for that. And like the whole concept of trying to force you to sleep, I like the idea of, particularly in survival worlds and stuff, and like hardcore stuff, is a cool concept. And they freak me out. They do what the ghast should do instead of irritate me. So I think they get, I'd say a B tier. Pigs are an S tier because, I mean, they're so like intricate to Minecraft. Like they're just a thing now. Now this is where people are gonna start getting annoyed at me, because this is where like my knowledge of Minecraft goes out the window, because it's all things I don't know anything about. So this is like the Hogling Brute, or is it the Hogling Barterer? I don't know. I think people use them for speedrunning to get emeralds and stuff. Or not emeralds, but ender pearls. I'm putting it in B because I think it's a cool concept, but I miss the old zombie pigmen. Regular hoglins, like, I liked zombie pigmen more. I miss zombie piglin, or zombie pigmen, and I'm biased, so they go in C tier, because I'm sad about it. Actually, no, I won't put them in C tier. I'll put them in B tier. Pillages with a crossbow is cool. The introduction of the crossbow is cool. I wish they did more with the crossbows and like various weaponry and stuff, but yeah, it's cool. It's fine. I think it's a C tier. I wish they did more with it. Baby villages, fine. B tier, I guess, because it gives you the way to breed. Villages in general, they're a B tier. Like, I understand their purpose and how they're useful and what they add to the game. I think as a mob, they're just kind of boring. Now that they have job systems, it's slightly more interesting, but I wish they did more. Like, or, you know, didn't look like Squidward. It's really distracting. Polar bears, I don't see a lot of polar bears. They're fine, I guess. I think they're a friend. They're a friend tier mob. Pufferfish, it's C tier. There's not enough to do with them. I think you can build water breathing potions with them and they like puff up and stuff. But like, oh no. Pufferfish just doesn't impress me. These big bison boys I think are cool, and it's been my goal to catch one in a pit and name tag it for ages. I can't remember what they're called, but they're very cool and I like them and I wish you could ride them and you can't, and it upsets me that there aren't more rideable mounts in the game. And I know it's not an MMO and that's not the point, but I'm upset about it anyway. Mushrooms are cool because they are rare cows, but they also look weird, so C tier. I get you can get suspicious steer of them. I get there's uses for them. They make me uncomfortable. Mules are just a mixture between donkey and horse, so they can go in between donkey and horse. Skeletal horses are very cool, but very hard to find, and that irritates me greatly. I'll put them in A tier, because everyone that's like, oh, look at my cool world. Look at this is my collection of skeleton horses, and you're kind of like, oh, I'm not jealous. I'm not jealous of your skeleton horses. I'm not going to go cry about it. But you are going to go cry about it, you know? I don't know. Is this a salmon? Salmon are lame. D tier. They look weird. Like, they feel like they should be segmented. Like, I feel like just the design of fish in general is lazy. Make them more interesting. This is why pufferfish is one above you. Get good. I like that I can go in the water and kill them, though. That's handy. Shulkers, I think design-wise are terrible. I think mechanic-wise they are amazing. Shulker boxes are such a cool idea. And the addition of end cities, very cool. So I'm giving them A tier for their utility, even though I think the design is annoying and I hate how they look and I hate their ability. Silverfish is delete them from the game. They're just irritating. And every person that adds them in a mod pack to spawn more regularly should be shot on sight. Cool. Skeletons are, you know, an OG mob. I think they're very cool. They are very annoying back before you had shields and you didn't have to draw back the bow and they could just like machine gun you. They were very irritating. Now that shields exist, I think it's cool. I still think that there should be more variation to them, like spawning with swords and stuff like that. Maybe swords and shields. I think the fact that they only ever use a bow is a bit odd. I feel like we could have moved on from that. But I'm gonna give it an A tier because nostalgia. Slimes are cool. Slimes I've always found really cool because they used to be so hard to get hold of, and creating slime blocks was like pointless for the longest time, and then slimes got like use in terms of like leashes and pistons and sticky pistons, and they're very cool, and they're just like good friends. Snow golems are so dumb and I love that, but I do often forget they're in the game. I'm gonna give them an A tier. I know they don't deserve it, but I think, like, you know, In my heart, they do. Regular spider, like, I honestly forget they're in the game a lot because a lot of the time I end up getting string from dungeons and stuff. So like and like cobwebs, and I know obviously they have to be in the game for that to be relevant. I also think they're annoying for building, so they're going in B tier. Spider jockey's a perfect mob. When you were like first playing when I was like first playing Minecraft, I was like 13, 14, and like you saw one of these, it was like like a life-changing, like life reaffirming moment where you're like, dude, you were like so excited when you saw it. It was really cool. And so the nostalgia of that, I still get kind of excited when I see one. It doesn't happen often, but like a zombie jockey, like when a baby zombie spawns on a chicken. I don't like the baby zombies that spawn on chickens because they take my favorite mob and combine it with my least favorite mob. So, squids, they just die. Like, they get good. The aquatic update needs to get good, is what I'm saying. I don't remember what they're called, but the cold skeletons. Again, I like the idea of variation. So B. I don't remember. I don't know what this thing's called. I know it was in the Nether update. You can ride it around lava. Really cool idea. They look so dumb, so I kind of love them. So for the same reason, I'll put them in A tier. I've never used one. I've never even found one. I think this is just a regular cat. I know that they're useful for building creeper farms and stuff. I have a cat. I love my cat. Cats in Minecraft, all I do is worry about them dying. So I'm going to have to put them in B tier because I really like them being around villages and kind of improving that. Clownfish I'm going to give a C tier because it's slightly more interesting than the other fish. Again, 4 fish variations. Come on, guys. At least give me a lobster. Turtles are great. Turtles are S tier. Or whatever this perfect mob. Turtles are S tier. This is a Vex. This was before they remade them to look more like the Allay. The Allays aren't in this one either. When they looked like this, they were annoying and irritating, and they looked terrible, and I didn't like them, so E tier. But I understand their purpose. Regular Illager, like, you're just a disappointing version of these things. The Wandering Trader, I think, is cool, again, because of the variety he adds. So I think I'd give him an A tier, and also he's a great way to get free llamas and leashes, so killing him is useful to me. The Warden, I think, is such a cool idea. This just horrifically powerful monster that can just kill you, and there's no reward for it. Like, adding that kind of fear that like people had in like the old days about Herobrine, and making it like an actual element in the game, I think is such a cool idea. Sheep is best mob because they're so useful. Like, when they added shears and you didn't have to start killing mobs, I was so happy about it. I love sheep. They're great. Witches I hate because of a recent video I recorded where they kept killing me. I do like them being in swamps and stuff. Again, it adds variety. It's a B tier. It's fine. The Wither, I think, looks really dumb. Like, it's one of the hardest bosses in the game. I mean, there's only like, 2 bosses, and I guess the Warden isn't really a boss, but there's only really like 2 bosses in the game. This is the main one to get into like proper end game when you start like just fiddling with various contraptions and stuff, and you want beacons to like build better. It's a pain to summon. It's a pain in the ass to beat when you're new at the game, and it looks kind of dumb. I wish that it looked scarier. So like, but beacons and stuff like that are cool, and the concept of getting wither roses by them killing stuff, like, mechanically very cool. The way it looks kind of brings it down a lot. Wither skeletons, again, I like them. They add some variety, but like, there's not much. Like, when I said I wish that they had some of the regular skeletons had swords, I don't see why wither skeletons are specifically the only ones that have swords. They're also much taller. Like, those kind of things to just add some variety, I think, is cool. Dogs/wolves go in like perfect mob, like S tier, because back when that was first added, like, taming monsters and stuff was only something you could do in mods. I remember I had a mod pack called, like, I can't remember what it was called, but it just added a load of mobs in, and one, like, I had like a farm of guinea pigs and horses and stuff before they were added into the game. Then they added something in that you could tame, which was cool. Zombie Hoglin, again, it's a variation. I like the idea of it. I like the old ones more. Like, as in, I liked having zombie pigmen. Like, zombie hoglins are a cool idea, though. Like, the fact that regular creatures can get infected. That would be a cool idea to kind of look at zombie pigs and, like, you know, zombie sheep and stuff. That could be interesting, I guess. I don't know. Regular zombies, like, perfect mob. They are designed to look like Steve. They are creepy sound effects. They sneak up on you. Like, I just, as a mob, like, it fits the description of what it's supposed to do. And again, it's so synonymous with Minecraft. You can play him in Smash Bros. So, Zombie Hoglin, again, just like B tier. I wish there were zombie pigmen. I miss the old design because I'm nostalgic. Baby bee, best bee. I think that's just the bee again. I'm not sure if there's any difference. I just like bees. Baby Hoglin can be, like, they're so tiny and cute and I love them. And then they grow up to be assholes, much like children. So, you know, thank you for watching. This has been a tier list. I needed content. I'm sorry. If you want to see more Minecraft tier lists, then let me know. If you disagree, please shout at me in the comments, because comments feed the YouTube algorithm. I can't talk. Alright, bye. Watch my other videos. Subscribe if you want to. Okay, bye.